Palace and Reebok doing it again. For those of you who may not know, Palace and Reebok have been working together or collaborating for years. That was a reference to the Jonah Hill commercial or preview teaser that they did, I want to say like 2-3 years ago. He did that little motion for some Reeboks. In general though, the Reebok collaborations are pretty quiet. There's usually not a whole lot going on or changes from the actual like base Reebok models. And I feel like this is the case for a lot of the Palace footwear collaborations that they do. I think this also translates to the Adidas collaborations is what I'm saying. That being said, this collaboration does not break that norm that was set, but it does break the norm of having apparel dropping alongside the footwear from Reebok. As far as I'm aware, they've never dropped like a Palace Reebok collaboration apparel. It's always just been shoes. So I think this is cool. I'm excited, and I'm not exactly sure how to feel about this. I keep kind of going like back and forth because of how basic it is. But with that being said, let's take a look at it. If you see me looking down here, I'm looking at what you guys will see now on the left hand side of the screen. So I believe this is just what Reebok calls their classic leather shoe. You can also see it has the pump or like the air pump technology on it. On the side it has those two bubbles, one with a triferg, the other with the Great Britain flag. One to pump up, one to decompress the shoe. So I think that's a cool feature to add. Obviously on the tongue you also have the Palace triferg instead of the normal Reebok swoosh or whatever design you want to call it. And that's really it for the shoes. I think we flop it over to the back and we get some branding on the heel as well. There's a look from the front, you know, once again, nothing really going on. The bottom just says Reebok, nothing crazy there. We also have it coming in a black colorway, which, you know, this is just the same thing. It's all black. You get the white part of the Reebok logo. We have the pumps and then the triferg on it. So these shoes really don't like, I don't know, they're not breaking too many norms for Reebok. It's not crazy or anything. It's not off the wall. It's not experimental too much, but I think they work. I think they look all right. Personally, I think the white colorway is a lot better than the black. I think the black, I don't know, it almost looks like a little tacky. The leather, the black on the leather just looks kind of weird. And I have a pair of their workout pluses that is like this kind of off-white color, and I like that color for that leather a lot more. I feel like it fits it a lot more. The black, I don't know, it almost looks like cheap here, but yeah, I think if we saw that instead of this white colorway, it would look a little cooler. Maybe put a like maroon red in there also. Maybe that'd be cool, but I think they could have done more. Obviously there's not a whole lot of changes made to this. Moving into the apparel for the collaboration, we have 3 different pieces. We get a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, and then also some sweatpants. This being the first colorway, we have it coming in gray, and it's really just like basic. There's not a whole lot to be said about it. You have the Reebok logo, Palace spelt out using the Reebok font, which I think is, you know, kind of a cool play on it. You also have this piping, which is navy and red, and then on the bottom you have a flag down by your wrist. And that's really it to this piece and pretty much every piece from the collaboration. We move on to the sweatpants. Once again, in the gray colorway, you have the Palace Reebok branding and then the piping going down the side. Move on to the t-shirt, and it's, you know, just the same thing. We get the Palace branding on top, the Reebok logo, and then the little flag on the side. I think it would have also been cool to incorporate a triferg on the back, or maybe you do the flip, maybe you do the Palace triferg logo with the Reebok spell out. Maybe that would have been cool. Moving on to the other colorways, we also have it coming in a black, and, you know, just the same thing, a little flop of colors instead of the navy. I think we have a white instead for the piping. We also have the black sweatpants and then the black t-shirt. So the last of the colorways is white, and this is probably my least favorite. I think I like the gray the most. But, you know, once again, it is what it is. We have the sweatpants for it, and then we have the t-shirt. So that wraps up the collaboration. Like I said, you know, I gave some ideas that I have of ways they could have spiced up the collaboration. For me anyway, I think they could have done things a little bit differently, but this at least gets me excited for possible like upcoming Reebok collaborations where they actually release apparel. Because, you know, if you follow Adidas, with a lot of the Adidas collaborations now, they're releasing a couple pieces of clothing. So I think it would be really cool if they start releasing more Reebok pieces, because a lot of stuff that Reebok has been doing lately has been kind of cool. They've been getting some cool collaborations. With that being said, what do you guys think of the drop? Are you going to cop some clothing? Are you going for the shoes? Do you think it's trash? As always, thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, or don't do any of that. Just watching means enough to me, and I will see you in the next video.